What's up, baby? Y'all know it is the big boss out, boss dog K-Po through the door to talk to this boxer. So, this was interviewed by Ellie Seckbeck, ES News reporting. Shout out to him. And he was asked about Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis. Now, he basically echoed what I said in my last video I made about Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis, which was that basically, you know, he's not there's really no money in the fight right now. He also said that, you know, Keyshawn Davis is a good talent, but let him keep developing, fighting better fights, you know. And to sum it up, I think he's going to make that fight in the future when Keyshawn Davis is, you know, a bigger fighter. You know what I mean? Bigger attraction. He also said Keyshawn Davis keep talking about he a prospect, which is kind of hurting him because he's like, oh, I'm a prospect, you know. But now you talking about you want to fight Frank Martin, like, you know. So it kind of builds an excuse, you know, Frank Martin is to get in there and stop him or beat him, you know. So, and I gotta agree. You know what I mean? You know, Keyshawn Davis got to stop saying that. If you want to fight the top guys, you can't be talking about, oh, I'm a prospect. You can't keep saying that. You gotta stop saying that. You gotta throw that in the trash. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to be like, look, you know, I want to fight this person. I want to fight this person. You know, because when he was talking about Devin Haney, when they was going back and forth, he was talking about, oh man, I'm a prospect. I'm 6-0. I'm not whatever he is. You know, I'm 6-0, 7-0, whatever he is. And he's like, I'm a prospect. Y'all argue with me. Y'all worrying about little on me. You know what I mean? But then he hollering out, I want to fight Frank Martin. It's like Frank Martin is on that level. He on another level than you. You know, it's levels in his boxing game. Don't get it twisted. Keyshawn Davis is a good talent, and I feel like he can blossom into a good fighter. You know what I mean? If he continue to fight tougher fights and develop that IQ and build it up, you know, he got two dudes he trained with that, you know, are so-called high IQ guys. You know, well, I know for sure Shakur is. You know, so it's like he could develop, you know, his IQ pretty easily, pretty quickly, you know. But he got to get those fights. He got to get those top fights. And I won't say top fights, but tougher fights. Let me use that. That's going to help him develop as a fighter, you know. So Top Rank, and truthfully, even if Earl was like, all right, send a contract to them, I don't see Top Rank putting Keyshawn Davis in there with Frank Martin. I just don't see them doing it. You know, they putting their money behind this dude. They building him up. I don't see them allowing him to fight Frank Martin right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wouldn't even allow that to happen right now because they like, man, we putting money behind you. Because with Top Rank, one thing they do, especially with they black fighters, is if you lose, you know, they treat you differently than they do the white ones. Like Loma Chico can lose, they still treat him like he the face of their organization. But, you know, you black, you take a loss, man, you gonna take a big pay cut and you know, big pay cut. And you basically that's it for you. I mean, they did that to Ugas. You know, Ugas, you know, he fight, you know, he started off, I think, on Top Rank. Took a couple losses, they were like, nah. You know, he took 2 losses, they were like, nah, bro, you good, you done. You know? So I think Rigondeaux was signed to Top Rank. I got double check, but when he lost, you done. You see what I'm saying? So it's different for a black fighter. So Keyshawn Davis, although he won this top fight, and he begging for Frank Martin, you know what I mean? So he say, you know, he's saying it publicly, but we don't know if Earl sent that nigga a contract where he signed it. That's the question. But, you know, it's easy to say one thing publicly, but behind closed doors, when, you know, it's time to really make this happen, is he really going to sign that thing? I don't think so. I don't think Top Rank will even allow him to do that. But, like I said before, I think that Keyshawn got to just focus on developing as a fighter. You know, that's what I think. Developing as a fighter, build his brand up. You know, that's what you need to focus on. Stop all that talking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how people feel like talking make you tough. A lot of people talk a lot, man. They be talking and, you know, it's crazy, bro. It's like, you know, but I guess it's a region thing. I don't know. Because, like, I got a homeboy from the Midwest, and he be like, man, we talk a lot up there. You know, he be like, man, I'm from, you know, because he from Ohio. You know what I mean? He from, I forgot. I don't know if it's Columbus or Toledo. Or he from one of them major cities in Ohio. And he was like, you know, we talk up there. You know, that's how we talk. You know, my wife side of the family from St. Louis. You know, they talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but down here in Texas, we don't do a lot of talking, bro. Like, we'll talk to let you know we want to fight, but that's it. Like, it's not a lot of talking after that. You know? Like, I don't know what Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn Davis from Virginia, though, if I ain't mistaken. You know, I think he's from Virginia. So, yeah, I think he's from Virginia, but even still, bro, I don't know. I don't know about Virginia, but I know that, like, it's a lot of talking going on, bro. Like, to me, that don't mean you want to fight. That means you trying to make yourself believe what you're saying. Like, you're not as confident as you think you are, as you're saying. You know what I mean? That's what I think. You know, Frank Martin, he from the ain't Detroit in the Midwest? I think he from Michigan or something. Either from Michigan or Indiana. He from the Midwest, but he don't talk. You don't do all that talking. You know, he don't do all that talking and, you know, like, oh yeah, man, you know, I'll do this, I'll do that. He don't do too much talking. He just work. So, you know, gotta respect Frank Martin, you know, for adopting the culture. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think, although Keyshawn Davis is a talker, I do respect him as a fighter. He can't fight. You know what I mean? Like, he can fight. He just got to continue to develop, you know, his game as a fighter and continue to grow as a fighter and do a lot of, you know, developing his brand and all that. And, I think he could be a household name in boxing. I ain't going to lie to you. I do. You know, I think he's going to be a champion one day. If he focus on developing. If he keep doing all this talking, I don't see him blossoming into nothing. I'm just keeping it stacked. Y'all let me know what y'all think, Bosco.